Hey guys, Austin the Money here. Want to do a quick recap of the month of October. So let's go back a month. On October 1st, we are up almost 4% of the month. Says almost $1,100. I do have an unrealized loss right now on Enphase, so I'm going to show you what the premium I actually collected versus what it's showing. I have an unrealized loss of almost $1,600 on Enphase right now, and I currently have my November options set up. So I've made a spreadsheet, September, October, November. For October, the one in the middle, we made $1,439. That's bringing our second month total from September and October to almost $3,200. We made 6.4% in September and 5.3% in October. And I currently have my November contracts out right now. That is set to make $1,254 or 4.4% of the portfolio. My goal is 2%, and this is my unrealized loss area. So go back to Robinhood. Now, if my November contracts were to expire worthless and I were to break even on these shares, so let's say Enphase expires at 91 and my shares get called away from me. These 72 puts will expire worthless. These calls will get my shares called away, but I'll still collect that 560 you guys see on the side, and then my spreads that I've opened that I will talk about in a few minutes, that will be worthless as well. And then I break even on my shares. My account should be at about 31,200. I've already done the math. If you add up this options, you're looking at what, about 970-ish in options, plus the 1,500. Oh, here you go. Oh, that's Enphase only. That's not including my spreads. So you add like 970-ish to this 1,500. You're looking at what? I still have about 2,500 left to collect. So you add 2,500 on that, you're looking at about 31.2. So I'm super excited for all of that to settle down so I can be back in cash. We have the election in 4 days. I got 75 contracts of Donald Trump. I think he is the favorite. I think it is, honestly, I don't even think it's going to be that close. Everywhere I look online, I mean, it's just the amount of support Donald Trump is getting is ridiculous. I'm not going to get into politics here. But, I just placed a very small bet. Pays me $75 if I get it. I think I put in, I don't know, maybe like 45 bucks total. And I get paid out 75 if he... See, here's the thing. You only get paid if... Read this. If they go into office, I think it's by January 5th. So... and nothing if they aren't. So if your candidate is certified in January, so if there's some sort of delay, and they're not certified on January 5th, everyone loses is what I'm getting out of this. I believe everyone loses if no one's certified. Or like, let's say if Trump won and then he gets assassinated in December, everybody would lose because he's technically not going to go into office on the 5th. So that's why I'm not too heavy in these, just in case something were to happen. If Kamala wins or if Trump wins, but he doesn't get certified, or assassination, or, anything. Because I feel like it's not just plain and simple, right? If your candidate wins, blah, blah, blah. Like, they kind of made it weird because it's not just after the election day. You don't get paid on November 6th. You don't get paid until January 8th. Because they're waiting to see the certification in January. So it's not just he win, he lose. It's a little bit more into that. So I'm kind of curious how that's going to end up playing out as well. Is it just going to be like, okay, candidate one's, boom, you get paid out? Or is it going to be a little bit, sketchier than that? But, so November, we're set to make a little over 1,200 right now. And these contracts for my end phase, they expire halfway through the month. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this one stay for my November. And then I'm going to sell like 6 weeks out. Maybe I would like to do December, I guess December 20, or maybe like 1 week after that, December 27, if I can get that date. That way I'll have like a 6-week contract for my December payout. So my December payout should be a little bit bigger than my November payout, which still I'm making what I think it was 4.4%. Yeah, 4.4% in November. So I'm thinking December is going to be a little bit more than that, maybe closer to my October payout of 5.3, since I'll have 6 weeks of contracts to do there. But these spreads, I talked a little bit about spreads in another video. I did these, I believe, yesterday. Yeah, I opened on Halloween. They expire on the 29th. That's about a month. I did super conservative spreads. I only did 5 of them because I want to keep this a very, very small percentage of my portfolio. Like 0.1% of my portfolio small. Because if you lose, right, I think SPY would have to drop a little over 6% for these to end up being in the money and me lose. My average credit is 9 cents out of $1. So that is a 9% return in 1 month if these hit. And like I said, SPY would have to go under 536. So SPY would have to drop $35 for me to lose this trade, which is 6% in 30 days. I feel like that's a little unlikely. I wanted to play a little bit more conservative, maybe like $45 out of the money, but I really couldn't get filled at what I wanted to get filled. So these had a little bit better bid to ask spreads. So I got filled here at 9 cents, which will be a 9% return. So really hoping these cash out. You know, I put in $1,000 as well into my account because today is November 1st. So we dropped another 1,000 to the account, 1,000 on the 1st of every single month. But I believe the deposit payout for Robinhood ends on, I think it was, yep, new eligible deposits before November 25th. So instead of depositing another 1,000 on December 1st, I might deposit it on November 25th to secure that 1% boost. And I believe it's paid out monthly over the course of 2 years. So they don't just give it to you up front. You have to wait for it. But that's fine. It actually pays for my Robinhood Gold, which is awesome. I wish I was off of the wait list by now. I really want to sign up for their credit card. So all that cash back I've been getting, I can just kind of put into this account as well. But yeah, next week, you know, we have the election on Tuesday. Markets are going to get very volatile. My contracts kind of have spiked. I think it was right around here. My contracts were worth about $1 and they spiked for almost no reason at all. These contracts were at like 60% volatility when I opened them. Now they're at 84%. So market's expecting a lot of volatility soon, which is fine with me. End phase is still in between both of my strikes. So we're at 83.50 on the share price, which means currently my covered calls would expire worthless and my puts would expire worthless. So we're still in the sweet spot for me. I got 2 more weeks left on these contracts. We'll see what happens. I really would like these shares to get called away, but we'll see. If I got to roll it out to December, I'll sell some more for December. It's fine with me. I really like Enphase, and I really like this price that it's trading at right now. But I believe that's about it, guys. That's about a full update of my account. If you guys cannot access the presidential election contract trades or whatever, go to Robinhood support and message them saying, hey, I cannot trade the presidential contracts and I want to. And literally the very next trading day, I had access to these contracts. So if you guys can't access it, that's how I did it. And I'm sure that would work for everybody. They said 24 to 48 hours, but literally the very next trading day, I had access to this. So I think you need a futures account. So if you do not have a futures account, you might have to ask for one. But yeah, guys, that's a quick update. 5.3% for the month of October, and currently on pace for 4.4% in November, which is over double my goal. 2% is my minimum goal, and right now we're crushing it. So very curious to see how long I can continue to crush this goal. I'm very, very curious to see how long I can stay over, 3 or 4%, which is insane to me. But hopefully you guys ride with me through this journey. Hopefully I can teach you something, or hopefully, I don't know, you guys just enjoy the content I make. But all right, guys, have a great weekend. Peace.